What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down 3 tips for quarterbacks to improve their throwing on the run to their weak side. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the footwork needed to be a more consistent passer on the run, your hip mechanics when you're throwing on the run, and then your upper body mechanics to make you a more efficient passer on the run. So I hope this helps the quarterbacks out there just to improve their skills, being able to get out of the pocket and to extend the play. But also, fellas, if you guys have not heard, we are going to be traveling to 9 different cities this offseason for our 2-day quarterback and wide receiver training camp series. So what it's going to be is each specific camp is going to be split up into a youth section and a high school section, and we're only taking 50 kids. So each position group, like let's say you're a quarterback, you're only going to have about 10 guys in your position group. So we're going to keep it small. It's 8 hours of specific work, 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday. So if you guys are located in Tampa, Florida, Houston, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Newark, New Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, or Los Angeles, California, or you want to travel out and make the trip and work with us, check out that very first link below. Great opportunity for you guys to come out and work with us. I myself will be there along with a couple other coaches that played at the Division I level, played in the NFL to help you guys improve your skills. So very first link in that description below if you guys want to travel out to one of our camps. Let's get started. So first thing when you're throwing on the run, especially to the weak side, the first tip I want to talk about is your throwing side foot. So that goes for any type of throw on the run. So you see when Rodgers is making this throw here, he's got somebody trailing behind him, right? He's not throwing to this guy, but it's just for the diagram. So what's most important on the run is your throwing side foot. So that's tip 1. You have to angle the step of your throwing side foot in the direction of the target. Okay, so now why is that important? What so many quarterbacks don't understand is that if you don't turn that foot towards the target here, your hips will never get loaded. That step, that throwing side foot, so if you're a right-hander, it's your right foot. If you're a left-hander, it's your left foot. That will get your hips loaded towards the target. So when you point that toe at the target, your hips have a chance to be able to stay square to the target. A lot of quarterbacks, what they'll do is they'll be rolling out to the weak side because they're getting chased by whoever, and that throwing side toe will point towards the sideline. And then when you point towards the sideline, your hips will end up pointing towards the sideline, and then it's in a cross body throw. And that's when everybody says, oh, he's throwing across his body. You never want to do that. So you got to make sure, fellas, that we have to take a solid step that anchors my foot, and that will anchor my hips towards the target. Okay, so now the second tip for throwing on the run to your weak side is as you step, you have to rotate your shoulders and get to this like kind of opposite equal position where your front shoulder is angled to the target, because that's how you guys can generate torque. Generating torque comes from separating your shoulders from your hips. So when you step with that throwing side foot at the target, you point the toe right there, and you combine that at the exact same time with that front shoulder rotation, that puts you in that position to where, okay, now I got some torque. Now I got some power to it. It's almost like hitting a baseball, right? Your hips come through before the shoulders do. It's the same kind of concept. So make sure that as we step with that throwing side foot, that's when my shoulders go back. And then last but not least, the third tip for being better on the run is you have to kick your non-throwing side foot in the direction of the target so your upper body can stay square to the throw. So you see when Rodgers goes to make this throw, he gets to that nice clean sequence, and then what does he do? He kicks that non-throwing leg in the direction of the target, right? Don't have to kick it way through, don't have to kick it way up here. Just kick it in the direction of the throw so when you kick it at the target, your upper body can stay square. Now, why is it important that you keep your hips and your shoulders at the target? Because a lot of guys, what they'll do on the run is they'll step with that foot, they'll have great rotation with their shoulders, but that non-throwing leg will kick towards the sideline, and guess what happens? Your front shoulder and your front hips start to fly, and then your arm will start to fly, because you guys all know the principle of your body being split down a midline. So if you don't kick at the target, your shoulders and hips will go towards the sideline, and then your arm's going to fly outside of your frame, and you're going to be missing left to right on this throw. So make sure we step with the throwing side foot in the direction of the target. I combine that with good rotation for torque, and then I kick that left leg through to finish and have that snap to the motion, but also so I can have a consistent release point. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Rodgers delivering this strike on the run to Devontae Adams in the back of that end zone. Great throw. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. I'll reach out or get back to you as soon as I can. Always appreciate the feedback. Helps me come up with new ideas for videos. And again, fellas, if you guys are located in one of those 8 states, one of those 9 cities, or want to make a trip out to work with us, we'd really appreciate it. Check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.